Okay, so I'm not entirely sure if other squad mates are going to have things to say to us. We actually saw that Edie had some new stuff to say to us. Obviously, that was a very brief mission, so maybe, especially since Edie was talking uh, about Ashley. Perhaps Ashley might have something else to say. Garrus was hanging out here before,
Good to have Ash back. We can always use a friendly gun.
and I do believe that's what he was saying previously. But as for Ash,
Good to see you. Good to see you.
okay, it is still good to see you. Yeah, so perhaps there is not anything new there. Shock Wasp back to her usual spot. Got a side quest from her last time we spoke with her. Garrus, of course, presumably not in his previous location unless he's doing some
Excellent
time
find,
travel.
Commander. The information network terminal has been updated.
Oh. Okay. Was this the one that we were passing on previously? Yes, so, and it shows Tally for what it's worth. I did a little bit of research on this to see, does this affect just Shepard or the entire squad? And in short, the results were very, very inconclusive. I saw some people saying that it only affects Shepard, some people saying it affects the entire squad, some people saying that it's bugged and doesn't affect anyone. Some of this stuff should be relatively straightforward to test ourselves, like shield strength bonus, at least for Shepard, would be very obvious. We could do before and after, see does our shield's number go up. We could also do it for squad mates. It's a little bit harder to tell because we can only see squad mates' shield numbers when we're about to go into a mission. So, I mean, we could try to go into a mission, look at what number a squad mate has for shields, write it down, or just commit it to memory, and then activate this, do another mission with that squad mate, and see if the number goes up. And then we would have our answer as to whether it affects them. I mean, I'm pretty darn sure it's going to affect Shepard. I'd have to admit, it's like, I guess it's possible it's bugged, it doesn't affect anyone, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Tried looking into it, and I got no definitive answers.
Hello, Shepard.
Anything new here? I kind of doubt it yet. It seems like this mission was so brief that it didn't really update much of the other stuffs happening around here on the ship, and also did not dissuade the Reapers from exploring, or not exploring, raiding and chasing us down in that neighboring system. So, like, is there anyone in engineering that we would want to speak with? Javik, he's gonna really have anything new. James, Cortez, I don't think so. I think we'll just go back up to the cabin and have a little bit of a chat with Tally. Okay, so I assume that yes, much like the other times when we invited people up to the cabin, we do so by messaging her via the intercom.
Tally, I'm free if you'd like to come up.
I'll just be a moment.
Hello again?
Thanks for asking me up. I couldn't talk freely in front of Ron.
You okay?
No, I'm really not. 17 million lives are riding on me, and I don't know if I can save them.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot for you. It's a lot for everyone in the galaxy right now. Has crazy, crazy stakes here, where one mistake could mean that a whole lot of lives are put at risk, but we gotta be here for each other. That's the only way we can make this happen. It's the only way we can succeed, right?
Hey, you're not alone.
This was supposed to be my father's fight, but he left me with all of this. If they die because of me, if I don't...
We'll get them out of there safely, Tally.
I couldn't do this without you, Shepard. I feel like I'm bluffing, trying to convince them that the Admiral's daughter knows what she's doing.
Not the Admiral's daughter. The Admiral.
I know. And at
Right.
least now, I can push back against the worst ideas. That's why I accepted the position. And because of you.
Me?
When they offered me this position, I asked myself what you'd do. I thought you'd take the chance to make things better. You've given up so much, stood for too long without allies. I didn't want you to do this alone. So, if you're ever lonely, Just let me know.
And as I said, of course, we waited through the entirety of Mass Effect 1, did not engage in a relationship with anybody, because we were waiting. We were waiting for Mass Effect 2, because only in Mass Effect 2 does Tali start to become someone who you can romance. And of course, we went that route. And, I mean, we got to, right? Tali is our lady.
Tali, nothing between us has changed. Unless you wanted to.
Keelah, Shepard. I'm not going to beg, but I didn't come up here just to see the fish.
No, you came up here because I asked you to. I want you here. With me.
Okay.
All right, and that gives us the Paramore achievement as well. Locking in a romance with Tali, and energy drain unlocked. We saw basically every other occasion that we brought up at least a full-blown squad mate up to the commander's cabin here. We have unlocked a new bonus power of some variety, and since we've done a lot of that lately, we've just recently gotten a lot of new bonus powers available to us. That one was energy drain, which is actually a very potent power that we may even want to put on now, because when we're talking about which bonus powers we want to have, we currently do not have any on Shepard. So we would probably like to add one of those to the equation very soon. Right now, in terms of what our greatest weakness is for Shepard, it is basically shields, at least offensively. It is enemies that have shields are hard for us to deal with because there are very few biotics that work against shielded enemies. And the ability that we just gained access to, Energy Drain, from Tali, does just that. Gives us a great source of damage against shields. It also has a bonus aspect in that it gives us back shields when we use it. So it is an ability that existed in Mass Effect 2. It is a little bit different in Mass Effect 3, the way that it works. Still great against shields, still recovers your shields. In Mass Effect 2, I believe it had the ability to increase your maximum shields temporarily. That is no longer the case in Mass Effect 3. It also, in Mass Effect 3, I believe it can prime for tech combos, which is not something we have done very much of because, yes, it is another type of combo. We've just been doing almost entirely biotic combos because, of course, we're an adept, so it's what comes most naturally to us. But those tech combos are especially good against shields. Energy Drain is particularly good against shields. It gives you shields back. All things that are quite useful and do address some of our greatest weaknesses as an adept. So it's tempting. The other thing we were talking about was potentially using the defense matrix. Is that the name for it? There's a very similar name to the version of it in Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, but the one that we got recently from EDI, and that one is also a way of getting back your shields when they drop. So common theme there, at least defensively, between those two skills. Energy Drain, of course, more offensively oriented because it also deals damage, whereas Defense Matrix, when it's not restoring shields, gives us some damage reduction, so more of a passive defensive ability. And we may even want to go to, it would be what? The crew deck in Chakwas' area is where we can assign that bonus power. So I am conflicted as to which one of those we would want to do as the game tabs out. But hey, there's the Paramore 2 achievement. So, let's see. Because I do think we're probably going to want to... We've gone so long without doing it. Reassign powers, reassign bonus powers. Because we have, what, 3 points remaining right now? Yeah, which means we could do level 1 and level 2 into a new ability. So we can't go really aggressively into it just yet, but we can at least get started on it. Yeah. Not entirely sure. Tell you what, before we do that, how much monies do we have? 52,000. We spent a fair bit, somewhat aggressively, on weapon upgrades recently, but I think we might actually, before we head out, and address any major missions. Anything from you, trainer? We had a mission that I was wondering previously. Have we done... or have we run out of time to turn it in? Because you see the new Geth Dreadnought mission. That is the priority mission, meaning it is the main quest mission. So we'll be addressing that fairly soon. But the thing in question was... Or was it? I think it was this one. The Volus on the Citadel needing the Book of Plenix to inspire his people, recover it from Irune, and return it to him at the Presidium Commons. Was it this one? No, this one. The Prothean Obelisk. Which we definitely picked up, but I wasn't sure if we were still going to be able to turn it in, or if the NPC that you turn this into disappears after you finish the Citadel 2 mission. Fortunately, I do believe he's still there, so we might want to turn that in, get the credits and maybe experience or reputation, whatever else we might get from completing it, and given how we're on 52,000 credits, that may or may not take us to an important threshold where we can buy some more good weapons. Not entirely sure about that. Well, there is the Disable the Dreadnought mission, which we will be going to soon. And that is just called the Perseus Veil right there. Okay, wow. So I think the Perseus Veil is really a larger area than just that one specific spot. At least that's generally was my understanding of it, not just this one very discrete location. But I could be wrong about that, I suppose. Like this, I was pretty sure was in the Perseus Veil, the far rim. This whole area in the top right corner. But as I was saying, I think before we do that, let's at least make a quick pit stop at the Citadel. We'll land here and go to the main area. Actually, for the first time now, we are seeing personal apartment is an option. You may remember that we got an email from Admiral Hackett recently saying, hey, you should check out Admiral Anderson's apartment and do some shore leave and just relax. We need you on your A game. Which, as is the case for these other alternate locations, is for a DLC that we will do at some point, but that's something that we're going to be waiting on for probably quite a bit before we go that route. So yeah, we're just going to the usual, the base Citadel, if you will, the Alliance docks.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
And I think because a lot of things have changed at the Citadel post Citadel 2, the coup, we might walk around a little bit and see who we might run into, who's new or has new things to talk with us about. So let's not go straight to the, I guess, what was it? The embassies was the place where we were expecting to turn in this stuff. So let's at least start off at the docks.
Navigation is becoming increasingly difficult due to the number of refugee ships in the docking area.
Oh. Okay, I suppose. Thanks, Edie. Okay. Oh, do we have the stuff for this soldier? I think we might have picked up the... was Prothean data of some variety, right?
I recovered Prothean data drives from Garvug. I'll have them brought here.
Commander Shepard, thank you. I'm sure that'll help with, any operation we have going.
It's top secret. Don't say it out loud. But there you have it. There's some money, some reputation, even a war asset as well. So that's another good thing that we, I totally forgot about. But another reason for us to turn that in, so that gets us up to 67,000. So those types of things, those little exploration-centric side quests, we at least have one more of those we can turn in. And so that might be enough to get us the credits to buy a new weapon or two, because we've loaded up on some really good assault rifles, some good pistols, and we have the Hurricane for the SMG, so we're doing well on those fronts. But from sniper rifle and shotgun standpoint, we haven't really gotten anything big there, so we might try to pick one of those up soon.
You finally made it off the Normandy.
Glad I did. Even with the chaos of all the refugees, seeing so many ships in flight is comforting. Gets me thinking. Hey, a Turian frigate. I think that's the PFS Havenkal.
What's one Turian warship doing at the Citadel?
Looking for dry dock, I bet. She's seen battle. Look at the waiver in her drive core emissions. Alone, limping, looking for a haven. Maybe it would have been better to just go down fighting, like their families back home.
Are you talking about the Turians, or are you talking about yourself? Because remember, we were talking to Cortez a little while back on the Normandy, saying, you know, it seemed like you could use a little bit of a break. Maybe take some shore leave on the Citadel. And, you know, if this is your way of relaxing, then, you know, maybe just take it a little bit easy, you know?
Are you talking about the Turians or yourself?
I should have been there. With Robert.
But you weren't. You're alive, and that's a good thing.
Maybe so.
Look, we're here, and we have a responsibility, a job to do. We might lose some friends and loved ones along the way, but we have to do everything we can to fight off these Reapers and make their sacrifices worthwhile.
The lives of future generations rest on those Turians' shoulders. On our shoulders. Nobody is giving up. Not those Turians, not me, not you.
If anyone can pull this all together, it's you. And I'm...
Is that an Alliance cruiser? What's it doing here?
That's the SSV London. Decommissioned years ago. Look, no guns. Refugees must have salvaged her from a shipyard. Geneva-class cruisers always had ezo cores like granite.
People find a way to survive.
Do whatever it takes to see another day. Gotta let go. For real this time. The refugees here have put up a memorial wall. They leave mementos of lost loved ones. I was thinking maybe...
What's stopping you?
Nothing. I mean... Let me think about it.
There you go. So we were talking a little bit about Cortez hanging out here before, and I was saying, you know, he's probably going to be hanging out here for a little while longer. Maybe we wait to come back on a later occasion, and so there you have it.
Your suggestion to come out here was a good one, Commander. I needed this.
Giving him the chance to be at ease a little bit. Getting some things off his chest. Because remember, he lost his loved one, I believe his husband, in fact, in one of the fights.
No, ma'am. Then consider this a serious assignment. Intel's expecting a Cerberus raid.
We overheard some of this
Cerberus?
previously.
Cerberus? They're a problem?
I thought we were fighting Reapers, ma'am.
Give it a week. You could be.
But didn't really see anything come of it, at the time at least. Okay. So,
Spectre status recognized.
we know that we have something we want to do at the embassy, so I suppose now we can probably head over here to turn in this quest.
Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
This might be... Is this the first time we've been at the embassies post-coup? No, I think we got spawned in here post-coup. In fact, this terrain, it looks incredibly tall. Is that just me? He's on the stairs. That's why. So yeah, we might not have been all that thorough here previously, though. Like, have we checked to see what, if anything else, might be in the area? Either way, I think this is the guy we're looking for. This Volus diplomat.
I think I recovered the obelisk you mentioned from the Shrike Abyssal. It's waiting in Bay D-24.
Really? Thank you, Earth Clan. Were your people involved in a secret construction project of some sort? I am certain this obelisk would help.
Were they involved in some sort of secret construction program like that, then perhaps it would. But of course, there is no possible way that we are involved in any sort of secret undertaking of that variety. Surely not. She also had a quest for us, but I don't think we finished doing the exploration and recovery for that. Anything else in the area?
Forms you requested and jumped through every hoop. I don't even know where Neota is, and I'm gonna be deployed soon too. Everyone's been called back to active duty since Earth was attacked.
I understand, but
I can't leave my daughter here alone. I need to send her back to Thessia, to her family.
these things are very complicated and usually take a very long time. It's even worse with everything going on right now. I'm very really sorry. If you can't accept a fostering by proxy until her file is processed, there's nothing more I can do.
Okay. Some kind of issue with bringing her daughter back to her home on Thessia, which is the Asari homeworld. So, we didn't see any option to support one or the other there, but sounds like the kind of thing that might pop up on the Spectre Terminal, not far away over there, where we might have an option of allowing some kind of transportation to Thessia for her daughter. We'll have to see. Other than that, it may be all. Second there, thought we were going to permanently be stuck on top of that bench. We do have a side quest still for Commander Bailey, or at least one where we need to speak with him, but I still think that's not totally urgent that we do that. This is where Medina's office was once upon a time. Of course, some things have changed with all that. But yeah, let's head into the Spectre Terminal here real quick. Because there are a few things here that we might want to do. So, check the terminal. Location for Din Korlak. Volus Ambassador Din Korlak's current location is unknown. Biometric analysis does not detect him in any public location at this time. His last known position was an office suite near the human embassy, which is right by where we are right now. Okay, so this could be interesting for us. If the name Din Korlak doesn't ring a bell, does that pop anything up in our bottom right corner here? No. That is, I believe, tied to... Where are you? Citadel Volus Ambassador. Message from Primarch Victus implicates Volus Ambassador Din Korlak as a possible Cerberus informant. Investigate the ambassador at the Presidium embassies, and that's technically at least what we just started to do. And there's also medical supplies. Medical supplies originally meant for occupied zones have been rerouted to the Citadel because the Reaper invasion has made delivery impossible. The supplies are currently in lockdown on the docks, but can be released to the Huerta Memorial Hospital under Spectre authority. Sounds like that's worth doing. So let's authorize that. Then, I don't think the other thing, no. Nothing for us to enable or authorize about Din Korlak. But the Spectre requisitions, this was the thing I was wondering, was after completing a few quests, might we be able to pick up an improvement of some variety? Apparently we missed some Greaves, but I think, although power recharge speed is kind of nice, we have a lot of it already, and yes, we are a power-based build, but at a certain point you get to diminishing returns, and it's not a huge deal anymore, so I think we can go without 10% power recharge speed, especially when our existing Greaves, I think, are just giving us health, which is kind of nice for survivability. Because, yeah, that's pretty important, regardless of when or where we are using it, whereas the power recharge speed, as I said, if we have a lot of it already, then sometimes our power recharge time is almost instantaneous, so it's insignificant. But what I was really hoping was that we would have enough monies to pick up a Crusader, because we, as I said, we got the Typhoon for assault rifles, and that has been amazing. We also have the Collector particle rifle, which is really good as well, so we have two really strong assault rifles. So anyone who can use an assault rifle is totally set there. For the pistols, we did, the Acolyte for us, and then the Scorpion is not bad for squad mates, so that's good. It's maybe not the best. The Paladin is a solid pistol, one that is just really well-rounded, that we could potentially justify picking up for other squad mates using pistols, but I don't think that's urgently important. But right now, I couldn't even tell you what the best shotgun we have available to us is. Brawl Spike Thrower, maybe? But I don't remember how squad mates are with that. It's a little bit gimmicky the way that it works, because it does require that it can be charged up for additional damage, and generally speaking, any weapon that has additional features like that can be charged up, squad mates tend not to do very well with those. So, not sure if that's really the kind of weapon we want to be throwing on squad mates for shotguns, and that's the kind of thing we'd like to be improving in the near future. So the Wraith is solid. Wraith is favored among mercenaries, pirates, and slavers in the Terminus systems. Its high impact damage and sturdy construction make it a popular quick-draw shotgun. A variant of the M22 Eviscerator, which I think we currently have and might, if not the, what were we saying before, might be our best shotgun, the Grawl. If not the Grawl, then Eviscerator might be our next best shotgun. Demand for the Wraith is higher than ever, even though the weapon is banned in Citadel space, even though we would be buying it on the Citadel. In order to lighten its weight, the Wraith holds fewer shots than the Eviscerator. So that's the one thing about the Wraith, is it's great for Shepard. It's a really well-rounded shotgun that's on the light side, still packs a pretty decent punch. However, that is one of its biggest benefits, is that as shotguns go, it has a nice balance between damage and weight, so that means your cooldown speeds will still be pretty solid when you're using this. But since squad mates don't care about weapon weight, that means that for squad mates, you generally want to just throw on whatever the hardest hitting, heaviest weapon is, because you don't care about the weight. So that means the Wraith, one of its greatest strengths, is not a factor at all for squad mates. So if it's going to be used almost exclusively for squad mates here, because we're probably not going to be using it ourselves, then maybe not the best use of our monies, whereas the Crusader, I think, is probably heavy. It's got to be heavier, and it hits much harder. It's basically like a hybrid of sorts between a shotgun and sort of a sniper rifle. Bruised and bloody, Alliance Marines on Torfan attributed their survival against waves of Batarian mercenaries to the precision and stopping power of the Crusader. Precision being the key word there. It is very accurate for a shotgun, and still is very powerful. With a design pattern on riot shotguns, this weapon has a moderate rate of fire that rewards careful aiming. Since this accuracy requires little room for error, the Crusader is primarily used by highly trained soldiers. I mean, it says that, but in truth, this is probably the single easiest shotgun to aim with, because it is way, way more accurate than any other shotgun, and again, is still very powerful. So we are not there yet from a money standpoint. We were kind of aggressive buying weapon upgrades a while back. Oh, and Citadel Defense Force War Asset updated, probably from, what was it? It's no longer here, but the stuff we enabled for allowing the medical supplies to go through. So, yeah, I mean, if we hadn't purchased all those weapon upgrades a while back, we probably could have afforded the Crusader. So part of me feels like, maybe we take it easy and do a relatively simple, straightforward mission and just try to get ourselves enough money to make that happen. Otherwise, we perhaps proceed. Yes, I know there is this mission with Bailey, but that's not the one that I want to do right now. Because I was thinking we would like to do the Dreadnought, but I would love if we had the Crusader before doing this. The Quarians have tried to retake their homeworld from the Geth. Unfortunately, the Geth have been upgraded by the Reapers, and the Quarian fleet is trapped. Travel to the Quarian home system and disable the Geth Dreadnought, broadcasting the Reaper control signal. Really? Is the Perseus Vale technically where Rannoch is? I did not even realize it was that far in. I mean, I was not sure if it was technically in the Perseus Vale at all, and then we, as we were recently saying, realized that the Perseus Vale is a cluster. I thought it was just a larger area in general, not a specific cluster. But it is the hub of the Geth, and once upon a time, yes, was in fact the hub of where the Quarians were setting up shop at Rannoch. I suppose that makes sense, because, of course, Quarians made the Geth, so where the Quarians once were, the Geth now are.
Spectre status recognized. Please select
So,
destination.
is there anywhere else we'd like to go in the meantime? Actually,
If you have a
hold on
question,
just a second. We have other quests that we have done the hard part on, but just need to turn in. We done this one? We've been to the Cillian Nebula? We might have. There's a chance we've done this one. It might be worth stopping off at the hospital just to see if we can turn that one in. We've not done that yet. Obviously, we haven't done the Dreadnought. Book of Planets, Presidium Commons. I don't remember if we've done that one or not. Then... okay. We could meet Tactus in the refugee camp to broker a trade, perhaps. Okay, there are still some things it looks like we might be able to do on the Citadel that either are just turning in a quest or, in this case, might actually be doing a full-blown quest. And carving out enough monies for us to buy the Crusader. That would be the goal. That's the dream. We'll see if we can make it happen. Let's go to the hospital first, see if we actually have done what we need to do for this quest.
Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
Okay, but I don't remember where this Asari in question was, let alone if we've actually completed what it is that she needs us to do. Doesn't look like she's out here, but perhaps further in? Or maybe we passed her, but we just don't have the item in question, so it just didn't even pop up. We spoke to that Solarian for a quest once before. But you... This was, of course, Ashley's room once upon a time. Room is not available to us, so yeah, you know, maybe we have not done that one yet, or at least I'm not currently seeing the Asari with whom we turn that in, unless... Oh. Check these ones? Check these ones? Hold on. Perhaps not?
There's got to be something.
Oh?
I don't know what Cerberus was packing, but we're going to lose this patient.
Without a new treatment plan, we're stuck, and I can't think of anything beyond what we've already tried.
I know, but I can't think of anything else. Can you?
Okay. Well, there's something new we might be able to do. Let's take a look. Citadel chemical treatment. A doctor is looking for a way to treat a patient with chemical burns. Find a treatment plan and deliver it to the Huerta Memorial Hospital. Okay. No insights at this point as to how we might make that happen outside of, I mean, potentially there being an option at that Spectre Terminal we were just at, although it doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would give us a solution there. It seems like something we'd actually need to track down somewhere. We can, I'm pretty sure, still buy medical capacity upgrade, but no, top priority I think is still getting the Crusader if we can. Yeah. I feel like it's probably this. I feel like it's that Asari. And given how we cannot speak to her right now, I'm pretty sure we've not finished that quest yet. So, other than that, the docks holding area is a place where we're expecting to have at least one quest that we can undertake. Okay. Let's see what the deal is here.
What these refugees have been through. Can't you let me in?
No.
I only need a couple of hours of footage.
You're not crossing that dock.
Do we know anything about this Solik individual?
Your drone's not sneaking in either.
Is this tied to a quest that we already know about? Hold on. Do we know who this Solik guy is? Or is this entirely new to us? I don't think he's going to be tied to the Volus ambassador. That's primarily based in the embassies. The medical supplies is with Tactus, so it's not that guy. That's the guy we were expecting to run into here. Slayer in the Citadel needs new heating unit stabilizers. I don't think that's him. I don't think we know about this guy.
Wait, aren't you Commander Shepard? Solik Vaz, documentary maker. Please, maybe you can help. I'm trying to document the stories of the refugees coming to the Citadel. Their loss, their sacrifices, their moments of bravery.
Something holding you back?
CSEC won't allow me on the docks. They say I'd be disruptive. But you could catch a few quick shots for me.
Okay. Why not film somewhere else where they'll actually allow you in, though?
There are lots of refugees on the rest of the Citadel.
It won't have the same impact as seeing crowds trapped on the docks. We all need to help each other. I want this documentary to shock people into action.
Okay, I mean, it does seem like his intentions are good here.
Good idea. The galaxy should see what these refugees have been through.
Thank you, Commander. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. If you could just take a few shots with your Omni tool in the refugee camp. I'll be here when you're done.
Okay. I suppose we can make that happen. Citadel Inspirational Stories. So it's a new quest. It is new. Film director Solek Voss is looking for inspirational footage to be used in a film to raise morale for the war effort. Like I said, I mean, it sounds like a reasonable cause for sure. Find footage on the Citadel and return to Voss at the refugee camp. Okay. Photo opportunity. A grieving couple. It's a little awkward. It's a little awkward, but you know, if we're trying to distill the essence of life as a refugee in the Citadel, then it is pretty accurate, pretty telling.
Yes, that's just what this documentary needs.
I suppose, if you insist. Okay. Still looking for... Oh, I guess another photo opportunity here with the guards.
I think we might need a different subject.
Not interested in the Turian guards. Sorry, dude. Apparently, that just won't do. I think that is independent from all that. Oh, James, I do think wanted to chat with us here, and so that is also something we could do. Yes, we will want to do that. That just might be best for us to first
I'm waiting.
settle all this other stuff.
For my parents. They put me on the rescue transport and said to wait for them here. They'll come find me as soon as they can.
I guess this is the safest place. Look, if anyone bothers you, let me know. I'll take care of you, okay?
Sure thing, sir. Thanks.
What a gentleman. What a gentleman. Another photo opportunity. Batarians and humans? Is this a heated discussion? Or is this two people just shooting the breeze, chilling with each other? And it kind of looks like a bit of a heated discussion. Of course, Batarians and humans generally not known to be the best of friends. You don't want to see the vending machine? Sure about that? Really, I insist. It is top footage right there. Important stuff. There is tactics. Okay, so that's the guy that we definitely want to speak to him at some point. But again, I think we'll finish up this quest here. Then we'll speak to Tactus and or James and or whomever else we might encounter here. Because yeah, there actually is a fair bit of stuff for us to do. Just to clarify, I'm pretty sure she's alive. She's just on this little medical, well, I would say table, but box is perhaps more accurate. What is this guy doing? Are you okay, dude? Do you need to go to the bathroom? Because he does really look like it. Also, refugee camp Dr. Reed. That's another person we want to speak to. Perhaps for, it might be that same quest, but it sounded like we have collected enough footage for this documentary. So I think we're ready to head back.
I have your footage.
Thank you, Commander. I'll start editing it right away.
Alright, some experience, some credits, some reputation. Good stuff. Absolutely. And, of course, a relatively simple, straightforward mission at that. So that gets us up to 92,000. I think it was, what, 125,000 for the Crusader? That's our target. So we're getting closer, but we're not there yet. As for the other people we wanted to chat with, there's still stuff we can buy here, but that's secondary. Don't think there's anything big we are really looking to pick up at that shop. So then there's this whole thing with Tactus. Or was James in that other area as well? We want to speak to James first? Maybe we speak to James first. Then we'll do Tactus. Oh, James. ¿Dónde estás? Ahí.
James?
Commander, what brings you down here?
I was about to ask you that.
Well, after our little chat, I made up my mind. I'm gonna join the N7 program.
Nice.
And you're celebrating by getting a tattoo?
Sort of. See, there's no official channels to go through right now. So, I guess this is my way of making it official.
Oh,
Technically,
I see.
I'm just an N7 recruit, but, you know, I figure with you as my training officer, how could I fail? Right?
Your trainer?
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't exactly say I'm training you.
Not officially, but what the hell is in this goddamn war? I'm just saying, whether you like it or not, you're my direct superior, and you're N7. So I take my lead from you, and you know, I'll take whatever advice you got.
Really?
Sure. The good advice.
Gonna say, there are definitely times when you have not been, well, the most respectful of our authority. Welcome to the program.
Well, they wouldn't ask you if they didn't think you could handle it.
Here's hoping.
But the real work starts now.
Uh-huh. I know it seems like I don't take things seriously, but when I commit to something, I fully commit.
Clearly.
Hey, I won't let you down.
Don't let yourself down.
The only person you need to prove yourself to is the one standing in the mirror every morning.
Good point.
You know, that's gonna sting for a few days. You gonna be ready for duty?
Well, I'm not looking forward to slapping my armor back on, but I'm always ready.
Glad to hear it.
Careful.
And right on cue. Alright, well, we of course had that discussion with James a little while back on the Normandy about his uncertainty as to whether should he not join the N7 program. Wasn't sure if he was ready for that responsibility after, from the events that transpired during Paragon Lost, the Mass Effect animated movie, he didn't think he was ready for it. Felt like he failed in his previous mission as a leader, and so didn't think that he would be able to do much better as an N7, but we said, you know, if you feel like you're up for the challenge, then you should absolutely do it.